I've seen it in a pre-workout, you've seen it in a pre-workout. Let's say together, what is Panax Ginseng? Panax Ginseng is a plant that has been used in traditional Chinese medicine for a long time. The basic things that it promotes to do is increased cognition such as memory and thinking skills, increased erectile function, decreased fatigue specifically in obese people, stress relievers such as increased mood, possibly weight loss, and possibly increased athletic performance. Now let's look at how it actually works, and I just have to state it's a very complex ingredient. It contains various bioactive components and works through a lot of pathways. Firstly, ginseng possibly increases neurosignaling, and with that improves serotonin signaling, dopamine signaling, as well as acetylcholine signaling. And obviously acetylcholine is huge in memory, learning, attention, arousal, and muscle movement, and dopamine and serotonin is huge for mood. Second to that, ginseng is also great for scavenging radicals. Free radicals is just something that can damage your cells, similar to aging. This just shows that it has anti-aging or antioxidant properties. And those are kind of two main pathways, but just know that it works through a lot more pathways than just that. Now moving on to the dosing, I have to state, if you want to supplement this, look only for the extract version of ginseng, because you could buy the root form and this is not a good form. Try to buy Panax Ginseng extract and use that. Now, if you have that, there's kind of two ranges that get used in the studies. There's the 200 to 400 milligram range, which shows some benefits, and then there's the 1 to 3 gram range, which elucidates most of the benefits. So if I was you, I would probably start at about 400 milligrams and then maybe work up to 1 gram or 3 grams. And some studies also suggest that you should be cycling this for about 6 months. Just try to take it for about 6 months. If you start to feel something after those 6 months, then maybe cycle off for about a week to a month, and then you can start using again. Now, moving on to the studies. And the studies are horrendous. For physical performance, here's 6 studies that found that ginseng did not do anything. Here's the newest study, 2022, that found that it did increase performance. Moving on to the weight loss effects, there's no studies suggesting that there's any weight loss. However, there are 2 studies that suggest that it regulates your blood glucose, which could possibly be good for diabetics. And there's another 2 studies that show that it decreased fatigue in people who were obese. Then there's a study that showed that it did work as an antioxidant, as well as a study that showed at 1 gram of Panax Ginseng, it improved erectile function. However, we don't know how. And lastly, cognitive function, which is probably the only thing you should be using ginseng for. There's a bit more promising studies on this. There's obviously 3 older studies that showed that it did not change memory, did not change mood, and did not change cognition. However, then there's 3 newer studies which did find that it increased cognition. So overall, a very mixed bunch of studies. Probably say that it is good for cognition and maybe some performance increasing effects. However, I definitely like to see more high quality studies on this. So moving on to the rating and the comment, I'll probably put this into high C tier. It's definitely on the more research side, and some of the newer research is definitely promising. However, it is weighed down by the older negative research. Great antioxidant, possibly increases physical performance and cognitive performance. If you want to know more about pre-workouts or pre-workout ingredients, go down in the description, join my Discord through the link, ask me any questions, I will answer. Thank you for watching.